Okay, buckle the fuck up because this is about to get weird. It was Friday, and there were only a few weeks of school left. We just finished watching Anne Frank in English and didn't have anything else to do in the class, so I was assuming that I'd have a free day. I walked down the hall and into the classroom, and right away there are two red flags. The desks were arranged along the walls in a ring, with a trash bin in the center. That alone isn't too bad. Maybe we're just playing some dumb game or something, right? No. Red flag number 2, when I shake my teacher's hand, she greets me in a heavy German accent.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I should say schmuck days.
What does that
You
mean?
old dirty rags, that's all you are.
As soon as the bell rings, she lays down the law. We're told to sit in our seats, and if we get up we have to sit by the garbage, or the mitten as she calls it. We're all uneased. As I said, we just watched Anne Frank, so it didn't sit too well with us that she was speaking German. We'd find our fear to be justified.
You dirty shreks.
We're then told to write all of our hopes and dreams on little scraps of paper and put them in a lunch sack. Apparently I was too slow in doing that, because she yelled at me in her accent, "Kenneth, hurry up." After we put all of our papers in the bags, she blew a duck call and ordered us to pass our bags around the room.
March! March!
Once she stopped, she forced us to empty some of them into the trash. Now just pause for a second and think about how fucked up this is. We're Jews. She's an SS officer, and she's forcing us to throw away each other's hopes and dreams. It gets worse. As all this is happening, she's hurling some genuinely disturbing anti-Semitic insults at us.
Take your own kind and throw them away.
After the first round of throwing away our hopes and dreams, she selects another student to walk around with the trash can. He too was too slow for her liking, so she ordered him to hurry up, in German this time.
Now,
Dreams
sir,
away like that.
you make sure your people are doing what they need to do, or else you'll be penalized.
As you'd expect, people were getting pretty riled up about this. One kid in particular, Mr. Gurg as she called him, was talking quite a lot. Ms. Führer was having none of it.
Mr. God, you have done everything I have told you not to do.
She shouts at him for something completely unrelated to her demented roleplay, but still as if he were an inmate. This was ineffective at best, and the whole class continued to chatter away. When we finally reached the last round, we had one scrap of paper left. She then told us to quiet down, and proceeded to explain the whole reason for this activity.
You Jews and Jewesses, be quiet. You mutter too much. The whole thing is, survival in a camp depended on following instructions, not only for you, but the people that were beside you on either side. You didn't want to get close to someone that did not speak the language and would be slow to follow instructions. You wanted to stay with your own kind that could understand the instructions. I've told you many times that y'all need to learn to listen and follow, because your life could depend on it one day. To many Jews, especially if they did not speak German, they had to depend on their fellow Jews to tell them what to do quickly. Guys, in your life today, you need to learn to follow instructions. To me, we have a lot to be grateful for. We have men in our country that have fought for us to have freedoms so we could have these 16 things. One of the things that you have to be grateful for is your mother. This weekend is Mother's Day. I suggest at some point in time you tell her how much you appreciate her and care for her, because guys, we are not guaranteed tomorrow. You never know when tomorrow might not come anymore.
Basically, the reason for the so-called demonstration was to show us that we needed to obey and respect her, as the Jews had to obey and respect the Nazis. What the fuck? This is in an American public school. This is your tax dollars at work. You're paying this woman to masquerade as a Nazi and force her students into the role of Jewish inmates. And this isn't even history class. This is English, for Christ's sake. Anyways, after that, she told us to reflect on the activity, and then proceeded to tell us how it was somehow related to Mother's Day.